A bit. Door crack, incense burn, couch thrown, my turn, drink slow, her turn, brain drip, world blur, ashtray full, still feel empty, pull heavy, lungs turn limpy, phone on mute, the room friendly, whole crew float, move gently. Welcome to the smoke session, cloud high, no stressing, keep smoking and enjoy the show, whole room in a slow. Welcome to the smoke session. Deep talks, deep confession. Keep smoking and enjoy the show. Let the time drip, drip, slow. Paper fold, origami on the table. Story in the swirl, every cone, every cable. Ceiling got waves, yeah, move unstable. But my heart stays steady, no label, no label. Laugh, heavy chest, we still grinning. Pastel, small hell, still winning. Eyes red, mind clear, head spinning. Every core, new scene, new beginning. Moves fly through when the smoke rise. Who stay real when the buzz dies? Get past heel and so tight. Old paint fade in the porch light. Welcome to the smoke session. Cloud high, no stressing. Keep smoking and enjoy the show. Whole room in a slow flow. Welcome to the smoke session. Deep talks, deep confession. Keep smoking and enjoy the show. Let the time drip, drip, slow.
Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in, man. A little Saturday before I go to the plantation, watching the prelims of the Ben Whitaker fight. But let's talk some boxing, man. Let's talk a little bit of boxing, man. And if you ain't here, we can talk a little bit of everything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Saturday after Thanksgiving. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't at the gym trying to get rid of the dad bod that you built, I just broke my goddamn shit. Anyway. So I got some concerns about some I ain't got no concerns, just some topics I want to talk about. The heavyweight division seems to still be a toss-up right now about how people feel. Like with is Usyk dropping these belts? Is Usyk who's he gonna fight? Is it Warley, Caballero? Is it Moses? Is it Pulev? Or does he go for a rematch with one of the bigger names? Or does he fight Deontay Wilder, who still has a name, just for the hell of it? Then there's the welterweight division where we have to give homage to the guys that are pulling up to this division to try to bring the prestige back, right? And I'm gonna just tell you the honest to God truth. I don't have nothing else to say about Devin Haney in a negative light right about now. Devin did everything he's fucking supposed to. Made me wrong. And right about now, he's at 147 making noise. Whether we like it or not, like my OG don't like Dev, but proof's in the pudding, man. You may not like the way he fight. You may have fallen into the stigma of whatever, but Devin Haney runs that division right about now. I mean, we gave it to Brian Norman. Let's not act like we didn't get a division to Brian Norman, and now Devin Haney's in charge of it. He beat the landlord. So him beating the landlord makes him top of that division. Ryan hasn't beaten anybody. We don't believe in Barrios. We don't know who Louis Crockett is. And let's not act like niggas is not treating Rolly like he's a motherfucking joke. Let's not act that way. Let's not. You was having a blast over there. Oh shit, y'all. My fault too, man. I usually open that joint right up. Word up. My fault. Panel's open, man. This ain't free smoke, but it's the smokers line. Everybody does the free smoke. I don't want to steal it. This is the smokers line. You know what I'm saying? We grown that over here. You can pull up. Have your, you know what I'm saying? Have your little drink. Have your little smoke. You know what I'm saying? At the smokers line. You feel me? That's how we gonna do it.
And forgot to turn off the bathroom water.
So, my fault, y'all. But so, oh yeah, at 54, we got it's a lot. I mean, we could talk about, but at 40 right about now, right? Since we do have the fight coming up, right? At 40, we got Pitbull versus Roach, right? And a lot of people trying to figure out which way to go with this. I'm gonna tell you which way to go. I don't think Pitbull is the same guy anymore. Then he been sleeping on them sheets. They keep him fighting. He stay paid. He's a dog now, but I do think Roach is gonna outclass him and shine on him. Let's not forget, Roach didn't want the smaller Gary Russell. He wanted the bigger Gary Russell. He wanted Gary Antoine Russell, not Mr. He wanted Gary Antoine. So there's a few. Fuck with my camera. Damn. So there's a few topics I got. Be on for a little bit and chop it up, man. A couple hours is good. You know what I'm saying? And nah, never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that shit alone. I know you watching. I know you're watching. I know. I know you're watching. Funny looking ass nigga. You go break your knees and get some new height. But anyway. Mm. Oh, they gonna pull up, man. You know YouTube be slow with it, but oh, name the names. Oh man, listen. I know you've been saying them. I know you've been, you know what I'm saying? He just keep going. Listen, Shalom. You won't bust a grape in a fucking fruit fight, bro. Stop telling people you like that. I've been in the hood. Only thing you ever did is be the funny looking nigga. And when you actually had to squabble, you pull blades out on your best friend. So stop talking about what you're gonna do to me. Back to boxing. Sorry, you've been making lies for like a week and a half. Sorry. This is all you're gonna get from me. And if a short pop out of it, do something about it, nigga. Fucking Oompa Loompa talking like he gonna whoop me. 6'1" with a 70-inch arm reach, and I can punch. Like, stop this dumb shit. Anyway, back to boxing. What? Anyway, back to boxing.
My name's Tiny. Ow.
Chaos, I already know how you feel about Brian Norman and his welterweight division. So when it comes to these big money fights, right? I think that there's only 3 big money fights at welterweight. There's Conor Ben, there's Conor versus Ryan, Conor versus Devin, and any which way around. Hold
We get business together.
on. So you think Brian going back to the Chitlin circuit? He can go back to the Chitlin circuit. What do you think about those 3 fights? Conor Ben with the name, the overseas, because I know how you like the business of this shit. What do you think about those 3 fights? If Ryan can get, it's all hypothetical. It's all hypothetical. You know what I'm saying? Hey, see what up, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Saturday talking boxing before I go to the plantation. Just talking little shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What's the good word? What you touching on?
Well, there's the heavyweight division, right? You know, guys don't be want to talk about the international guys, but Fabio Wardley is the WBO champion.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah.
We were talking about it that Jarrett could be fighting for an IBF eliminator, and he don't even. We ain't gonna say his name, but he knows. He's like, that nigga ain't deserve that shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We gonna leave that there, but you know what I'm saying. And then, we got the welterweight division that is spicing up, but people act like they don't see the seasoning on the shit.
That's the part that's killing me. It's like, bro, do you realize how many good names is at 147? Like, what do you got talk? Like, I was just talking to CJ, and CJ was like, nah, the 47 division is dead. I'm like, bro, you have no idea the names that's at 47.
It's not connecting. There you go, Chaos.
It's like you have no idea what's at 47, bro. It's like you got Polanco. Like you was there. I just went through the litany.
Polanco, Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
We got Dev. We got Debo Dev. Barrio still champion. Manny there. That's star power. Conor Ben's come back down. That's star power. You got to get that Lewis Crockett fight out of the way. He could be a star. We don't even know.
Yeah.
And Rolly.
You got Rolly. You still got
Blair.
You still got Blair. You still have Stanionis. You still have Karan, Giasov. You feel what I'm saying?
Stanionis ain't go nowhere.
Yeah. Like, bro, like 47 is about to get turned up, and then you got all them 140s that's talking about coming up. You feel what I'm saying? So in a hot minute, you could be looking at a Richardson Hitchens up there at 47.
T.O. could finally stop playing and go up there.
Yeah, T.O. could be up there.
Going to stop playing and probably go up there.
Bro, half the champions at 140 right now could beat 47. They could easily make that weight, bro. Because when you look at it, Sabril Matias and half them other niggas, they big. Liam Powell is already up there. He already up at 47, trying to get himself acclimated.
Get a title shot. Al Money was good. Trying to get a title. Bro, it's something. I don't know if it's the mic or the cam, but you got to get that. You got to allow them to do it. They done changed the whole map up and shit. And then at 140, right? When y'all last night, right? When I was on break, I was listening to y'all. Well, I was listening to y'all the whole while. Be truly honest with you, them niggas can't tell me none of that work. And I had on the big speaker too. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nigga. The whole back just heard y'all niggas talking boxing. I think Roach is gonna style on him, bro.
I think so too, bro.
I think Roach is gonna style on him.
I keep trying to tell people. I personally think when you look at it and you look at Lamont Roach's style, Pitbull Cruz is tailor made for him.
Yes, he is.
Like he tailor made for Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach loved that jab, loved to be in mid range, and then when he want to close in on you, he'll throw some hard shots and then back away, and then pepper you up a little bit more, tenderize you up a little bit more with them outside the mid range shots, bro. This shit's, man. Listen, I can't see Pitbull coming out doing something different or going back to something that we could say, yeah, this is what it is. Like when it came down to Dev, a lot of the caveats was if he does this, and that. With Brian Norman, it was also if. So there was the ifs there. That's what made it a 50-50 fight. Dev showed up and showed out. He showed that, yeah, that old Dev, that nigga ain't gone just yet. Y'all niggas is tripping. So I'm like, all right, I give you that, bro. I give you that. You know, I was wrong. A lot of people was wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Had to hold it.
yeah. So
I'm not making no excuses.
no, me neither. My boy choked. My boy just got out there. Once they called his name, he got in that stage and they called his name. He was like, somebody give me a tall glass of water. And you fought like that. You doing jabs halfway across the ring and think them shit's gonna connect or do some sort of damage to Dev. I was like, here you go. He on the choke jump off. Yep. Then when he got dropped, I said, this fight is over. I just
So we had to hold it.
A bunch of other things.
We had to hold it. For you other motherfuckers making excuses, I can do nothing with that, man. I'm not with that. I'm not cool with it.
Yeah.
None of that shit. I'm not cool
with
with
that. We've been around boxing long before. You know, a lot of these fighters, and we're gonna be around boxing a long time after these fighters. So I'm not gonna get out there and get like that. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is like this, man. 140, 47, 54, all of those divisions are developing and they all are deep. It's just people don't recognize half the names there. It's like, look at them, some of them young names, bro. Look at some of them young names.
Still looking for Sean Porter, not even knowing he got a podcast, man. Chaos, what's up, man?
Yo, what's going on, fellas? Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you.
147. There's only three dudes. These three dudes, and you guys already pointed it out, they own the division at 147.
Yeah, those are the big money fights. Those are the money fights.
Those are the big three dogs.
And Devin. That's the money. And maybe a Rolly, Manny, but those three right there for sure.
The main question is, how do you move those chess pieces so they could get the most money out of the fight? You know what I'm saying? Because we already know that Conor Ben, in the UK is going to make big money. But overall is, I think that the big money fight is the rematch between Dev and Ryan. That's going to be huge.
That's got to be in Vegas or Cali.
I say Vegas. That's going to be huge. I say that depending on how they set it up, they could set it up at Raiders Stadium.
Bro,
now
here's
another one. Ryan Garcia. Ryan take care of business. Beats Barrio. I'm thinking Conor Ben gonna get the Lewis Crocker fight. He take care of business. Ryan, Conor, O2 Center in London. Unification.
Bro, let me put it to you like this. I hear all the fights that you're saying, but to answer, I'm gonna say Chaos's point. None of them fights can be in America, and none of them fights is gonna be in the UK. Where is going to be the biggest money venue that you're gonna spend?
Okay, well, are we talking about cheating, or we talking about actually gonna make some shit? Because the Turk can cheat.
Well, unfortunately, the Turk, the biggest money, the biggest stage, the biggest venue where you're gonna smell millionaires and trillionaires and billionaires, it's gonna be in Riyadh, hands down. London, okay, you might get some whatever, but London and even Vegas is not gonna be the stage that they're gonna set for Riyadh, because you know the Turk is gonna put all of that. He gonna bring in showbiz, and showbiz gonna liven it up and do the showbiz thing. They
It
gonna
don't
sell the
matter if we
shit.
fight good though, man. If we want to fight, like I said, man, we made the Brian Norman Devin Haney fight bigger than it ever could have been with
Facts.
anybody else. So if we really wanted, like this is like maybe one of the first times, even though guys was like, even though it was banter and shit, it was healthy for this fight. It made this fight way more. People thought this shit was the main event.
Yeah.
Another fight? Yeah, another fight. Oh shit, who fight? They've been
So you saying? So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question, then, Pop. So you saying that because of how the internet and all the boxing fans interacted with this fight, that fight could have been anywhere, and it still would have been just as successful.
Yes.
I mean, when you look at the card, I mean, half of it
the card was
the
great.
card
The card was
itself.
great, right? Let's say you switch, like, even though Dave Benavidez is accomplished just like Dev, right? And he was the champion. Let's say that Dev had a belt and you switch it, right? And that was the main event, right? Still would have done the same numbers.
In
Maybe
America
better.
or the UK.
In America, the way we built that up, Devin Haney broken down ass, old bitch ass, old suing the baby mama, suing Ryan Garcia, versus the new hotness who just killed the nigga. Damn nigga forgot his whole shit. Man, you gonna have dumb and smart. So that would have been the one. Sorry. And the way we built it on YouTube, who didn't talk about that fight? What content creator didn't talk about that fight on a day-to-day basis, weeks before the fight was even close
I
to
mean, we was cooking on. I mean, since the fight was announced, it just set the internet on fire, and then when the whole card was dropped, it just set everything ablaze. It was like a California wildfire. You ain't stopping that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I get that aspect of it, but for me, it was like that venue had to happen over there because the amount of money that was involved. When you have a night of champions, I'm only saying it like this, and this is a lot of recency bias. I don't know right now, and I believe America still could do it. I believe the UK can still do it. But since the disappearance of AJ, and you know, we're no longer in America's golden age of boxing. It's like Riyadh got it, bro. Riyadh is the place to go where you want to get the big money. Vegas it can still come back, but it's like that dev shit. If and you feel what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I'm leaning. I don't know if America and American promoters want to do it on that level and spend that kind of money.
Yo, check this out. Let me add to it. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna back up what I say. Depending on how you set up these chess pieces, if you could do it in a way where Dev and Ryan Garcia are the last two men standing, and they could possibly fight for undisputed at 147. Trust me when I say this, I'll even put my money up against it. It will be bigger than Canelo versus Bud Crawford.
All day,
Guaranteed.
all day. I get you on that one. I'm with you on that one. But
Because you just said it. Pop just said it. Ryan Garcia is dumb and dumber. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want about Dev. Bro, Dev's name, it sells. He's controversial. You call him people are like, oh, he's a pussy. He's a this, he's a that. At the end of the day, he shows improve. Right now, Dev, you can say whatever you want about Devin Haney. He has the best resume in boxing. Hands down. Devin Haney has the best resume in boxing. You might not respect him as a fighter because, he runs or whatever. He didn't run against Ryan Garcia. At the end of the day, people even say that he beat Ryan, even with the knockdowns.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So if you could move these chess pieces where you could add Conor Ben, and I'm sorry, you know boxing is fucking, and you could cheat where Conor loses to one of them two, and those are the two men, Ryan and Dev are the last two standing, it will be bigger than Bud and Crawford. Now, when it comes to the Sheik, they've already said it. The Sheik is bust. He's losing money. The game is over. The Sheik destroyed boxing. He gave all these fighters all this money, and at the end of the day, these fighters they didn't live up to the end of the bargain. Like a Brian Norman Jr. Like Brian Norman Jr., bro, you're a chitlin fighter. You got a title. I'm sorry, bro. You didn't show and prove. Did you go all guts? Did you let your nuts hang? No, he did not let his nuts hang. That shit was the worst fight of the 4 title fights. Dev versus Brian Norman Jr. And it wasn't Dev's fault. It was Brian's fault. He just stood there like a fucking buffoon. I blame his father. You know what I'm saying? He should have took him out of Atlanta. Maybe they didn't have the money or whatever. Take him to Big Bear, California, or bring him to New York or Philly. I stated it before. Get good sparring. You ain't getting good sparring in Atlanta. You ain't getting no good sparring in Atlanta. And bring in a real boxing brain. You can't go into the corner of your son. He's a world champion. You got a cell phone in your hand, and that's a fact. Either I don't know what it was, bro. To me, it looked like a cell phone. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Would it be safe to say they had a cell phone in his hand?
People say you're listening to somebody.
Have you ever seen that before on an elite level?
No.
I rest my case.
No, I have not. Hey, listen, man. He dropped the ball, not the bag. Even with this loss, he still can move on. He still can become champion again because
Not at 147.
Nah,
this
he can,
division,
bro. He
man.
got a path. He got a path. I went over it before. His path is tough. Like he's got to go through the Blair Cops. He's got to go. He's got to get rid of Tiger. He's got to get rid of the Polancos. He's got to go out there and get a Kukachan and also beat a Stanionis. Like his path is hard because they're gonna do Brian Norman the same way they did they did um, Charles Conwell, the same way.
I don't think you can though, bro. Because first of all, you didn't really want him. Then you invested in him. Now you're invested in him. You just can't throw him away. That's a lot of money you're gonna throw away.
Exactly, and that's why I'm saying his path to get back into title contention, unless him and Bob can steal that Lewis Crocker fight from Conor Ben, you'll be good money. You feel what I'm saying? Because Lewis Crocker is actually um uh what would you do that at 168 that was holding that had the IBF belt?
Who, Skull?
Yeah, William Skull. Lewis Crocker is William Skull. Because nobody's really, really for a minute, nobody was really looking at talking to him, and now he's a strategic piece in that landscape. Okay, this land has four basic kingdoms.
But he's Eddie's strategic piece.
Yeah, but Dev, yeah, I see it.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
let's just say this.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie's about that bread, and to me,
Exactly.
to a certain
Eddie's about that bread, and you look how he coddles. Like this ain't new. Look how he been coddling Conor Ben.
because right now it doesn't look like, for me, I'm only saying it like this. It doesn't really look like Conor Ben is unhappy by not getting a belt. To me,
They want a belt though.
I hear that, but to me, when you look at him and you look at the way he talks and the way he's moving, He's more happy moving like Virgil because at the end of the day, some of the biggest fights that for him may not have a belt attached to it. You feel what I'm saying? Because you just did that. You just did the back to back, and they built this whole big jump off around you and him, and neither one of you niggas is a champ.
No, just legacy names over there, but it means something over
Yeah,
there.
it means something to a certain degree because the father, the two dads had beef and they had their epic fights, whatever, and now the two sons are viable boxers and shit like that. Unfortunately, Shane Mosley Jr. is not one of those dudes that can attach his name to any legacy,
No,
and he don't get that push. But the whole point of what I'm saying is Conor Ben looks like the type of dude that, yeah, okay, I'll get a belt. But then if it's a tough out, I am not defending this belt. I'll drop this belt to go get a big bag fight along with Eddie. Because I'm wondering for Conor Ben, you just came from 160 pounds, two fights up there. You're gonna go down to 47 and go after a belt that has a 10-pound rehydration on it. Bro, that shit does not, it sounds good from Eddie, but it don't sound good for Conor Ben. And Conor Ben is not the athlete of Roy Jones on either side of the fence of where people want to say Roy Jones' career was.
he just happened to be with one of the most activist promoters in the game right now, and that's his baby. Like you can see when the guy got a like that's his baby.
Yeah, he had him sitting up there with the cell phone and the glasses,
You know what I mean?
doing his with the
Bro, you do know he was giving Conor Ben money when he was broke and couldn't fight, right?
yeah.
So like you just giving him money, and then the first couple fights back was so easy, and he made it seem like Conor was his big star. Like he's gonna have Conor Ben champion, he's gonna have Boots champion, he's gonna have Ben Whitaker champion.
Ben Whitaker, I could see. Conor Ben is the only one I'm just like, you might get that belt and you're gonna drop it just to say you've been a champion.
He gonna max Conor Ben the fuck out, bro. And then he's gonna go to Boots, and then he's gonna go to Ben Whitaker.
Okay.
That's his plan. If he can keep Shakur, he's gonna run Shakur too.
Okay.
Wouldn't you? If you had that roster, this is like count that, like think about that roster. You had Shakur Stevenson, Conor Ben, Boots Ennis, Ben Whitaker. Those are the four fighters that you got right now. Outside of AJ.
Okay.
Matter of fact, and you got Bam Rodriguez, because Bam is over there signing you too.
I mean, right now to me, Bam is his money guy. If he don't realize that Bam is the money guy, something wrong with you, Eddie. That's
So
what
do you make Bam a star? Or do you have
ASAP.
do you run up
ASAP.
against anyway?
None of them other guys are anywhere proven, even with AJ. None of them are none of them proven like Bam. Bam is right now in a tied race on the low with David Benavidez. If Bam could get him a big fight along with David Benavidez talking about going up to Cruiser to fight Zerto, Bam get him a big fight and a more established name than Zerto, regardless of how Benavidez beats him, Bam might move ahead in that race to becoming the Mexican face of boxing. The Monster's a problem. The Monster, right now, it looked like he may have it locked up, but Bam is right there, bro. I think Bam is right there, and I don't know. Eddie just got to get him, let him move up and get one of them big Japanese names, and he'll be all right.
He need to get NUA brother. But what you gonna say, Chaos?
Look, I'll put it to you like this. When it comes to talent, yes, Bam is the cream of the crop. You know what I mean? But when it comes to selling, he's not there, and
Yeah,
he's never gonna be there. You know what I mean? Ricardo Lopez, right, was probably the in the history of boxing the best little man. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, Ricardo Lopez retired undefeated. You know, Ricardo Finito Lopez. You know, and the guy was one of the best true art form fighters that's ever graced the fucking ring. But what was he only good for? He was only good for fighting on a Don King card. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, man, Bam is a great talent, but he's just cursed at the weight. His biggest fight would be against Inoue, and Inoue is gonna smoke him just based on size. You know what I'm saying? I feel that other than AJ, Conor Ben is Eddie Hearn's biggest asset. You know what I mean? Just because of the UK. You know,
yeah.
because
I think. Yeah,
when you talk about talent level, yo, Conor Ben is not talented, you know, whatsoever. He lets his balls hang, and you know he lives off his father's reputation and his father's name. But Eddie Hearn is a master manipulator, because if you see what he's done with AJ's career and Conor Ben's career, you say to yourself, "Wow, this guy has gotten the most out of his fighters." He's gotten the most, because if you look at AJ, you're like, yo, dude, your biggest fights, bro, you're a fucking bust. But AJ money draw wise and Conor Ben draw wise, you know, I agree. Conor Ben doesn't need a belt, but if he could get a belt and you put that three-way race at 147 with fucking Dev and Ryan Garcia and him, bro, it's gonna be a great ride, bro. I would love to see it.
I'm gonna say this right. If Conor Ben goes after that IBF belt, he's got a Liam Paro to deal with. Patty Donovan, I think Conor Ben beats him. Salas Rodriguez, Conor Ben probably gets him or gets the nod because it's gonna be A side. Quran. Quran. Does Conor Ben beat a Quran Kukachin? Does Conor Ben beat a Rohan Polanco? You feel what I'm saying? So if you want to fuck around in the IBF and you're not a true 147 pounder, bruh, some of these names is just gonna eat you like food because you're not the most technically sound guy.
That man getting Lewis Crocker, Devin Haney, or Ryan Garcia, guaranteed.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if he
And then
went
he's out.
after. I
Then
wouldn't be.
he's out. If
I
he
wouldn't be
fights
surprised if
again,
he went after Lewis. Nicholas Flores, who just came off an embarrassing ass whooping, and he's still ranked, and Brian Norman is not ranked.
yeah, coming off losing the belt, right? Give it a second once they re-up it. That's fucked up when you lose a belt. How they do the rankings now?
Yeah, I mean he is completely gone from the WBO, but
Really going
Nicholas
from
Flores, who just
rank.
had a crazy, embarrassing knockdown, how many times?
He was knocked down twice, and the last one, the ref said, "Boy, it's a wrap."
Yeah, so he just come off of that, and he's still ranked number 10 in the top 10.
In the IBF, yeah.
That's crazy work right there, bro.
But that was a WBO ass whooping he took. See what I'm saying?
you know,
That's just funny to say though. What you think about that chaos? He's still ranked in the IBF because he took a WBO ass whooping. Oh, his damn! It's his camera that keep tripping. Yeah. How you
Yo,
feel
listen,
about
at the end of the day, bro, the mob is still in boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? The mob is still in boxing, bro. It's just a different ethnicity now. You know what I'm saying? And it's more
But we seen
in
it
hiding.
with basketball, right? Because I did some content on that. We seen it with basketball. These niggas is getting basketball players with cars and shit. So hey, And
I don't.
throwing
Yeah, man.
games, the nigga, the mob ain't go nowhere. They just got smart. The niggas be tripping. I don't understand it. But anyway,
Yeah, man. It's I've said this many of times, man. You know, we put so much emphasis on these belts, man, and at the end of the day, man, these belts are so crooked where you know what? If you have the right person pushing you, they can make anybody a champion. You know what I'm saying? Because no disrespect to Brian Norman Jr., but the way Devin Haney made him look, it made him even look like, you know, an embarrassment to that belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you got the right person pushing you, bro, and they're putting money on you, bro, yeah, it's getting a belt. You're gonna become a champion. You might be a meaningless champion. You know what I'm saying? But if you got the right person pushing you, bro, you don't even need to be that talented. You know,
well,
I can
yeah,
name you one fighter right now. You know what I'm saying? That he dropped Roy Jones Jr. You know, and if you really he became a champion, and you got to look at his record, and you got to say to yourself, "Nah, man, come on, man, keep it real, bro." They were pumping a lot of money into him. Honey Boy, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
The pretty boy, light skinned Puerto Rican dude he's from the Bronx. You know, he was raised in the Bronx, right? But then he grew up in Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he did drop Roy Jones Jr., but bro, come on, man. They were pumping money into him, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he was a champ.
Mhm.
It
So
goes.
if you got the right person behind you, bro, they'll make you a champion. Hands down.
Well, this is what we. I'll say this right. When it came to the welterweight division, and after Bud left, everybody was a fucking email champ. Nobody fought for any belt. There was no vacancy. Niggas got emailed they motherfucking belt or upgraded. Just to be truly honest with you, you like that's to be truthfully honest with you. Like you fought for a vacant belt, but until Bud fought, what's his name, Madrimore, he was still holding 3 of the 4 damn belts. That's one. So by default, once Boots left after even though Barrios had a few fights, once Boots left, people were like, well, who's the best 147 pounder? And it's not Barrios. And we gave and like motherfuckers literally gave it to Brian Norman. So Dev came and whooped Brian Norman ass. I mean,
Facts.
are you not gonna take the belt if they give it to you?
100% you taking it. No, you know, look, Dev took that belt. He
So I'm
straight
saying like, but
robbed.
if you Brian Norman, if you're uh Rolly beat Ryan, and then when Boots, like you know what I'm saying, once Boots left, he was the champ. I think the only guy who fought for the IBF belt, who fought for a title, was Lewis Crocker. Him and Patty Donovan. They thought Penny Donovan had a better name to win it. So
Yeah.
to be truly honest with you, like the only guy who fought for the belt at welterweight is Patty Donovan and Devin Haney.
Straight facts. Straight
Everybody else
facts.
was emailed their belt. Even Stanionis got emailed his belt. Well, hold on. Did Stanionis was it an email or did they announce it the night of the fight?
Nah, Stanionis was emailed. Brian Norman fought for the eliminator, and then he was elevated.
That's an email. You get an email. Lewis Crocker's the only one because Rolly got elevated too. Yeah, Lewis Crocker, and yeah, I think at a certain point Barrios got elevated too. So yeah. I think the only one who fought for the belt and won it was Lewis Crocker, and we don't know who the fuck he is.
Yeah, I mean he a all right Irish boxer and stuff like that. That's why for me I was like, beating on, polish up your shit, snatch that Lewis Crocker fight, go over to Ireland in his backyard, beat him, get another impressive knockout, start to build your cachet, yada yada yada. You feel what I'm saying? And then Dev popped up out of like nowhere, and they jumped on that fight. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Louis Crocker is still right now the lowest hanging fruit. Him and Barrios. You feel what I'm saying? So we just got to see how these guys are going to move. Again, for me, I'm questioning. You know, okay, you go take that strap off of Conor Ben takes that strap. I don't see Conor Ben uh, defending that belt because, bro, man, listen, that's if you were gonna do that, you should have did that. You should have went the IBF route a while ago. But you're gonna tell me you're gonna go up to 160, train, put on all of that weight, and then go after the 147-pound IBF belt? Yeah, all right, I'll believe that shit when I see it. I don't think that fight's gonna happen. I think that's one of these things that Eddie tries to talk to you about, talk, and then boom, we over here.
I think he's gonna make Conor Ben champion, and then he definitely gonna be lobbying for one of them
Yeah.
fights.
Conor Ben is gonna be champion. I think if I was the betting man, right?
Hmm.
Conor Ben is either gonna go after the winner of Rolly versus Giasov because the rehydration will matter, and then somebody's gonna try to go after Lewis Crocker. If it's not Devin Haney, because I was hearing Devin Haney wanted to go after Lewis Crocker before Brian Norman. So if Dev snatched that fight up, you feel what I'm saying? Um, I'm just saying it like this. I believe Rolly versus Conor Ben is a train that makes for me makes a lot more sense coming from 160 and not having to deal with any sort of rehydrations. I think they're only mentioning Lewis Crocker to try to fuck with Devin Haney.
I don't think he can make that Rolly fight. I'm be truly honest with you.
Who Conor Ben
I don't,
and Eddie?
I don't think Eddie can make it right now because ESL definitely ain't gonna be taking no Conor Ben shit. He hit like some Manny Pacquiao shit. The step aside money gonna be what probably more than what he make for the fight.
Yeah, all I'm saying is
But if Rolly in a Manny Pacquiao fight or even a Devin Haney fight, I think they'll do. But I think like PBC does gonna do in house, man. That's gonna be on Amazon. Rolly Romero, Manny Pacquiao.
if he could secure the Manny Pacquiao fight, I see the Giasov. I see Conor Ben going after the winner of Giasov versus Rolly. I just
I can see Manny getting that fight before then.
yeah, I could see that too.
I can see Manny getting that fight way before then, bro. This shit is other world ridiculous.
I
Cause
can also see. Let me say this. I can also see. Here's this. How about this? Eddie Hearn
mhm,
putting up the big money to get Conor Ben versus Manny Pacquiao.
how much money?
Man, that he gonna shop that fight to the Turk. That might be 20, 30 million.
For who?
I don't know for who, but just think about it. We was hearing Ryan got a $20 million payday to for New York to fight Rolly.
Yeah, cause he's supposed to win. And it
So
looks spectacular. That's what the fuck they paid him
so
for.
you figure you give Manny 18 and give Connor the remainder. Connor will be more than happy.
Manny wants 25.
That's what he said.
The hell you think Manny coming back for the fight for, bro? Coming back from
Manny
what?
will take. I think man, you don't think Manny will take a hot 18?
From the Turk?
Yeah.
Nope. Manny wants some more bread because he definitely gonna know he gonna get what he gonna get over there fucking with Al. He's selling like a motherfucker.
See,
Like to come over here and fight Conor Ben. I'm gonna fight Conor Ben for what? It's just me and Conor Ben. There's nothing to fight for. Manny fights for championships. And guess who got championship? Barrios. So he feel like Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. Not Rolly, because if this is true, Ryan's not even ranked in the fucking WBC. Manny's ranked number 1.
Hi, Bingo. I love you so much.
Ryan's ranked in the WBA. And that's it, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm double checking right now.
Yeah, it's only the WBA he's ranked.
Yeah.
But you're about, because you got a relationship with the WBC, you're about to get the Mario Barrios fight over Manny's rematch. And Conor Ben's at 4. You're going to get it over Conor Ben. I'm like, just saying, I just see that. You know what I'm saying? And then I see, because it's the in-house fight, and they probably can because Rolly didn't like the way that he got treated with Riyadh season. He definitely like, man, shit. If I thought PBC was fucked up, what the hell is this? Rolly versus Manny. They promised them a certain amount, and then they milked the hell out of that shit. Listen, I see Dev getting Ryan after the Barrios Ryan fight, or he get that WBC shot. I'll say that. I ain't gonna say Ryan gonna win.
Yeah.
But I see that.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then. To you, because I'm not here. Let me see. Yeah, Chaos is still here. To you and Chaos. So let me ask you a real question. Does Dev come in and sneak and take the Manny Pacquiao fight from everybody?
If it always gotta be worth it. That's gotta be worth it. Like, Manny want to go in there and get that.
You know what's crazy, man? I could see Bill Sr. on the flip side shitting on Manny Pacquiao. I could see Bill Sr. saying, we only want young lions, man. We don't want these old lions. That what's Dev gonna do beating an old Manny Pacquiao? I could see.
Yeah, the dunk that fight, and it won't even be considered a dunk. People will be like, yeah, man, you just too old. I see where you're going with it. I see where you're going with it.
Manny would need a belt. Manny would need a belt.
Yeah, it's just that, man. People like, and I feel bad for Dev. I'm gonna say I do feel bad for Dev, but maybe this is the way Dev wants it. He enjoys all the backlash because as long as people got, your name in their mouth, regardless of how it is, he'll take it. But when you talk about right now, one of the best resumes and one of the most gifted fighters, Dev is up there. You know what I'm saying? Who could you put in front of him? You're definitely gonna put Bam Rodriguez in front of him. Other than Bam, who else can you put in front of Dev?
Right now, I could put Benavidez in front of him.
Yes, and Benavidez. Who else after that? It gets hard. It's just that Dev gets a bad rap. Gets a really, really bad rap. I mean, look, man, at the end of the day, people, and even I got stuck on that. Oh, he sued Ryan, blah, 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 blah. But let's not forget, man, a lot of people say, even with all those knockdowns, he won that fight, even with Ryan Garcia cheating. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that Dev just gets a bad rep. You know what I mean? They don't give him his flowers, man.
Nah, hey, Chaos. I've been saying that since I was arguing with people at 35. I was like, bro, y'all don't like Devin because the shit that Bill says. If you remove Bill and just look at Devin Haney, the fighter, the dude does everything you type of boxing fans say you want. He goes directly into the fire to inhale, breathe, and deal with all the smoke. But y'all don't want to give him the credit. It's just in this last fight, I didn't have him because you didn't leave me with any concrete receipts that I'm used to seeing from you. So I was like, I don't know, bro. I think he gonna get smacked to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? But again, we saw old boy choke, and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, he's redeemed. He's redeemed himself, redeemed his brand and his reputation and stuff like that. So for us, it's like, okay, where do you go from here? Because I've been a fan that's been calling since you was at 35 to go up to 47 because I said you will be a beast, a problem. And I said I believe Devin Haney ends his career at 154 pounds. You feel what I'm saying? So for me, the closer he is to fighting around his natural weight, the more dangerous Devin Haney actually is. So for me, that's my only little caveat with him. It's just now that you at 47, you could play around there for a little bit, but I think you really now may be ready to look at 54.
That's different.
I feel that Dev is going to try to. He's going to want undisputed at 147.
I think so too, but it's gotta be something that happens boom, 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 boom. By 2028, if you ain't undisputed, get the fuck up out of there. Or I'm not saying 2028, I'm saying moving towards the end of 2026, if you're not in striking distance of that undisputed title, you feel what I'm saying? Break out because both you and Ryan Garcia can actually fight at 154 pounds. I seen Ryan Garcia when during that suspension. That's not a little dude. He's a big dude. Like I was like, damn, that's Ryan? The fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I I think they both can get up there. If they have this rematch at 47, like the way you proposed it, chaos, to where they both have belts and that rematch is for undisputed title, man, that's the mega fight. You feel what I'm saying? To whereas Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia have come into their own, and now they're the main event on a mega card. That's for me. That's kind of the only way I see the fight really having meat on the bone, worth the big dollars and everything, and can be here in America, in the Vegas. You feel what I'm saying? So
100%.
other than that, I don't like. Other than that, I don't know. Because I try to look at the landscape and see, okay, what's really there for you, Dev? I don't believe any of these champions that are there right now beat you. Anybody's name that's in the red zone right now is not going to beat Devin Haney. So you're de facto undisputed. Don't give me no bullshit to whereas, you know, if if uh if you and Ryan have a fight ASAP, then automatically y'all gonna try to tell us that's a Ring Magazine fight. No, I'm not gonna hand it right there. That's the part I'm gonna say is bullshit. But if both of them are fighting for undisputed, I could probably get behind that. But if it's gonna be the fight next, like boom, that Ryan goes ahead and beats Barrios, and then they want to make the rematch, and then automatically say, well, this is a Ring Magazine, this is a ring belt fight, and the ring belt will be on the line. I'm gonna be like, bro, y'all just handing that shit out like Tic Tacs right now, bro. Stop that. Let that shit mean something.
I could see that the only way that they do that ring belt thing is if they see Ryan Garcia breaking at the seams again and starting to get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They're gonna be like, yo, let's cash out on this retard right now because we don't know, bro. He might end up dead in a freaking a Vegas bathtub like Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? So let's just cash out on him right now because this dude done lost it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that too, bro. But I'm only saying it's. I just don't know, like when you really try to think of it outside of the rematch, what's really there for Devin Haney to get undisputed, or you rematch and get undisputed and rematch Ryan Garcia. Other than that, what's really there? Because none of the other, anybody that's in the white paint down below, it's like they're gonna be like It's gonna be like pulling teeth to sell those fights. But at 54, you may have some whatever, But those are different guys again up there, so we got to see.
Well, the good thing about Devin Haney is people actually watch his fights so he could get his ass kicked. It just so happens that very few people have kicked his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much he's hated.
Actually, with his record, nobody's kicked his ass.
There you go. If we're gonna keep it a buck, nobody has kicked his ass.
Nobody.
But everybody, you know what, man? If you stop and you think about Devin Haney's career, yo, Bill Sr. is the mad scientist. If you ever sit, bro, I remember when Oscar De La Hoya was jumping from all these trainers, getting a piece from here, getting a piece from there. Bill Sr. took it to the next level. Like, a lot of people don't understand, only the boxing insiders that really know the game. When Zab Judah was at the pinnacle of on top of the mountain, he was Dev's, you know what I'm saying, godfather. And then he learned from Papa Zab, you know what I'm saying? And Bill Sr. always made sure that Dev learned from the best. I tell all these freaking boxing fathers, if you want to help your son, take the blueprint of Bill Sr. Yo, sit in the background, look, let all these big dogs train your son. And if you're going to be an egomaniac, once your son is the big dog, then become the chief freaking trainer.
Chaos. It's just like when I was coming up in the food industry. I would tell every restaurant, you got 1 year. Your chef has 1 year. If I ain't seen what I want to see or seen the growth I want to see, I'm out. You feel what I'm saying? Some dudes, they was like, yeah, I seen everything I want to see, but I'm still out. What I look at when I look at Bill, and I broke this down the other day, I said, people have criticized Bill and said he created a Frankenstein type fighter. But when you look at it, they can go to a Rolodex and be like, remember that training you did in Mayweather's gym? That's the training you need to beat him. Boom, we got it locked in. We got the game plan. We got the training regimen. Oh, remember when you went over to when you was working with Zab in them to be able to sit on them punches and deliver them shots and stuff like that? Yeah, here's the card for that. Here's the training regimen for that. That's what's going to get us to beat this guy. Boom. So they got a Rolodex of different training regimens to beat any style that Dev is going to face. You feel what I'm saying? It's just always going to be up to the other fighter to be able to recognize things and recognize their game plan. Like I said, if Brian Norman would have realized in the 4th or 5th round, and he had that type of corner that would tell him, listen, that's the hardest that motherfucker gonna hit you. That's the cleanest he gonna hit you. Go after him right now.
Hit his arms, hit his elbows, just
exactly.
hit him.
But they didn't do that because no one recognized that by the 4th or 5th round, Devin was never gonna hit you as hard as he did in the 2nd round. That was the game plan. That was the game plan for you, not for anybody else, but for you, Brian Norman.
Well,
So,
they went around the game plan, definitely.
huh?
They didn't follow game plan, definitely. After he got rocked, they went away from the game plan.
Yeah, because that was part of Devin's game plan. I'm gonna show you some shit in the second round, show you some elite shit, crack you with something thudding because that was the main punch I kept on seeing them working on. That check hook. And now I see why you was working on that check hook. Why every video that you showed us, you weren't distance, you weren't doing anything. You were practicing that check hook. Because at the end of the day, an inexperienced Brian Norman, what got him knocked down before? The check hook, walking in, rushing in. Dev got you to rush in. He laid that trap with his feet and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Then when you rushed in, he caught you with a boom, and you heard it. For the first time, you heard since a long time ago, since George Kambosos, you heard the Devin Haney deliver a hook that had that thudding deep sound on it. That douche. That shit made me jump up and say, "Oh shit." He caught him with it in the first round and then polished it up in the second round. And then threw the 1-2, and that's what dropped him. And it was like, okay, now you got into this dude's head. Now put it on cruise control and just go ahead and win the fight. And then Brian Norman would have realized that, hey, this nigga's on cruise control and he's not gonna hit me that hard again. I'm gonna just sell out and go after this motherfucker. But they were thinking. Swaps gave them the wrong information throughout the fight, and at the end of the day, you choking, your pops giving you the wrong information, you realizing that now you're starting to get into your own head. It was downhill. Like I said, once I saw that drop, I got up and started doing other shit. I didn't even pay attention to watch the fight like that. I was watching it bouncing between two rooms, putting laundry away. And I
I,
was
be,
just
I was at work and I was listening to Showbiz, and he was making that shit sound so bad for Brian Norman.
it was just like, bro,
The way he was yelling, and then I could see he was jumping around. I was like, God damn. I said, he was like, Norman's down. I said, he's never recovering from that. Because he's
yeah,
not the type of fighter that knows how to recover from that. He's not him. So once Devin dropped him, I was like, oh shit.
yeah, he doesn't have that discipline that Abdullah showed after he got dropped, got up, then dropped his opponent, and then he got dropped, and then said, you know what, the next round I'm gonna finish this dude. He doesn't have that type of discipline and to say, all right, I got dropped, I got rocked. Let me take my time and let me focus and realize what it was that caught me. Yeah, my punches, I'm punching way too far out, which was that distance issue that I had with him prior to him making that short turn. It was that distance issue. So you started to bring that distance issue back. Against a fighter that has an IQ like that, you can't have any cracks. You can't be displaying that, yeah, I'm throwing punches so fucking far out that all the dude gotta do is just lazily put up a guard and my punch is barely gonna touch his guard.
I'll do that again.
So
That's real.
at the end of the day, bro,
Mommy, what's blue?
we saw the fight we saw. Brian Norman, you said if Devin Haney's the perfect fight for me to prove I'm one of them ones. You gave us that performance, so we still think you possibly can be one of them ones, but it just wasn't your time right now. You rushed the gun. You took the Eggo waffle out of the toaster just because you started smelling it, and then once you started eating, you realized that this shit ain't done.
Huh.
So it basically is what it is. So you can't put a soggy waffle back in the toaster oven. It's done deal. Right now you gotta
You got to deal with it.
yeah, you just gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So last subject before we get out of here in a little bit. Heavyweight division. Because it's never going away. How much longer does Usyk have? And who does you know what I'm saying? And who we looking for to be the next face of the heavyweight division?
Honestly, Usyk should have retired by now. Because you dropping that WBO belt, that shit is sus.
You could drop the IBF.
And you looking like he's going to drop that IBF. So right now, Usyk, at the end of the day, we said it like this. Other fighters who did that same thing you just did, Usyk, we would say they duck. They ducking. You feel what I'm saying? You saw something in Parker that you was like, yeah, I'll fight Parker. But now you see something in Wardley like, nah, I ain't trying to fuck with that dude. I'm not trying to fuck with him because he's Daniel Dubois with a better chin. this nigga's not gonna fuck up everything
Yeah,
that
he's
I
not
do.
gonna go away.
Yeah, huh?
So who if he's not fighting Tyson Fury, AJ,
There is nobody. Nobody.
Jake Paul.
I said Jake Paul.
Outside of that, so when it comes to the heavyweight division, like I feel like the Moses Atama dude is probably up next. I don't see no other heavyweights up there.
What about that other guy? What's his name? Kayeb?
Oh, you talk.
Kabayev.
Kabayev, yeah.
He's just a rough, tough guy. I think Moses can outbox him.
Isn't Kayev the better boxer?
I think Kabayel is the better boxer. I'm not sold. I'm not 100% sold on Ntama just yet because, like these last two or last three Moses Ntama opponents, I'm like, bro, who the fuck are these guys? Like literally, who the fuck are these dudes, bro? And how you knock these dudes out and then get to the number one spot? And I haven't seen you fight, you know, uh, even a Bacoli. I haven't seen you fight a Frank Sanchez. I haven't seen you fight, you know, uh, uh, what's the American dude, heavyweight dude, the one that looks like the '80s porn star, whatever the fuck that.
Oh yeah, the bronze medalist.
Torres.
Yeah, Richard Torres. I haven't seen you get any of those, you know, type names under your joint, and you're rising fighting straight up bums. Like for me, and I get where the talking is, yeah, but Moses Santama and Fabio Wardley's in the same
Look out for boxing's next top prospect.
in the same jump off, but the problem is that Moses Santama is sitting in the number one spot. Fabio Wardley is the intern. Kubab Pulev is the regular champ, and Usyk is the super champ in the WBA. In the WBO, it's Fabio Wardley. That's where he got his belt, and Moses Santama. So how do you work around that thing right there?
You don't.
So what I'm saying is um, you know, Frank Warren, he's got I believe they both under Frank Warren, if I'm correct. Frank Warren got a problem there.
Yeah, because Moses is number 4 in the WBC too.
Now most in the WBC, yeah.
Number 4. So like if you don't think that or you pushing them too fast or whatever, cause bro, I went in, I'm not impressed by Kabayev.
What? Bro, Kabayev beat Frank Sanchez. He beat that Ivan Drago dude that Ronnie Shields had.
Not impressed.
Bro, that I like Kabayev better than a Twama, whatever. I think Kabayev is he could box, he could punch.
He can punch. He's a puncher. Outside of that, I'm like, I don't see no. I know they're heavyweight, but I'm like, he blocks a lot of punches with his face.
Yeah, I don't have me personally. I don't have. I like Caballero. Me and Boom got it. Me and Boom had a good back and forth with it. He has Caballero beating Wardley, and I'm like, bro, Wardley going like, nah,
I mean, to be true, like I would love to see them two fight because, like, maybe somebody could change my fucking mind. I'm not high on Wardley neither.
Yeah, but Hooney to me, Caballero and Hooney are pretty much the same guy, but Caballero has more snap on the end of his punches than Justin Hooney. Justin Hooney was outboxing Fabio Wardley until Fabio Wardley found that second gear and that punch and equalized him.
Oh.
So
Yeah, you're probably right, but Caballero,
Oh no.
not real. Like, I mean, I'm like, if this dude is just, nothing special. Like the heavyweight division about to be bland as hell to somebody pull up because I thought it would be Jared, but he ain't got the heart. Um, all the rest of the heavyweights on the way out.
Sure.
Fabio Wardley just stands there and take punches. Like I don't see nothing special. He's got a tough, a tough ass chin. Caballero too. At least Moses had some movement with his shit when he move. He just don't take punches. And
Daddy.
then everybody else is he talking about Zhang, and then
Bacoli,
Wait,
Parker.
hold on a second. Didn't Kabayev beat Zhang also?
Say sorry.
Parker beat Zhang, and then all of
No, no,
that.
no. Didn't Kabayev beat him also? Or am I wrong?
I think so. I think
think so.
Caballero.
So now Kabayev beat Frank Sanchez. He beat Zhang, and that he beat that Drago dude that Ronnie Shields had. Atuma don't have that resume. And if we're gonna the last fight Wardley had, let's be honest, bro. Parker was freaking he was putting hands, paws, and everything on him. And that fight was even questionable because a lot of people say that the referee shouldn't have stopped it. I'm just saying, Wardley is a freaking puncher's mitt and a punching bag.
So let me ask the question then, because this is the sleeper. This is the sleeper to me.
So.
Don't let Obatiah get up there.
Excuse me.
Let him go.
Yeah,
Now
Obatiah.
you're talking about the cruiserweight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now remember when you guys said that what does Usyk have? What does he have left? I know that Opayayev is huge in Australia, huge,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, there's huge money in Australia, right?
Yes. Yes.
So then I feel that that's the only fight Usyk has left. Opayev, and after that, if he could get big money in Australia, I say do that fight and then retire because there's nothing else for him.
How long do you wait for him? Because he's never had a fight at heavyweight.
But the problem is he wants to go up to heavyweight, but so far the people that this is allegedly that so far the people he reached out to, they didn't want to take the fight. He was supposed to have reached out to Frank Sanchez. He was to Lawrence Okoli. Dubois just was out of the question. AJ was out of the question. Um, I heard some rumblings about Moses and Tama, but then Moses and Tama comes up with the fight that he's supposed to have. So, then there was rumors that he may go up and see Philip Hergovich. So I don't know.
Why not just go straight for Usyk and try to be great?
Wow.
That's the question. I don't know, but I believe what they're saying is Usyk has so many different choices. At least from their side, I think I read it in an article, or it might have been rumors or speculations or some shit like that. That Usyk is supposed to have all of these different options and stuff like that, and Usyk is weighing things out and stuff like that, and possibly whatever fight he chooses is going to be his last fight.
The only fight I see Usyk doing is fighting Fury again
Word.
or Opalayev. That's it. We already tied of
Fury fight.
AJ.
I see the Fury fight.
You see a Fury 3?
That or I'm gonna be real with you. He's going out with Fury or AJ.
I can see that.
He's going out with Fury or AJ for a belt because they're both ranked, and Fury just brings in so much. So he's going out one way or the other. Don't matter. He's getting a big payday, and c'est la vie.
Yo, y'all gonna laugh at me when I say this shit to y'all though. I was saying, yo, do not sleep on the fact that he could want to consolidate shit at the WBA and fight a Kubrat Pulev because Kubrat Pulev fought last year, and I think he had a fight early this year.
I see that. I see no money in that, bro. None. The only thing Usyk is looking for right now is money. He already built his legacy. His legacy is already cemented.
But then who's the money? My question: who's the money?
Fury or AJ? Sorry to say, or if he wants to say, I'm gonna get money and also fight a young lion, Opiayev, whatever the hell his name is.
Obataya?
Yeah, Obataya. That's it. Other than that, he's not giving those young guns because there's no money in those young guns. None. There is no money whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't see no money in Talma fight. I don't like Wardley. Maybe some money. It's gonna be a little bit more money than in Talma, but other than that, you only have Adjacabio, Wardley, or in Talma as far as the young dudes you're gonna get money to. Other than that, it's gonna be Obataya.
Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, maybe
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder. He ain't fighting none of them young niggas.
Oh yeah, Deontay. Oh man, we forgot about Deontay Wilder.
He walks out of there giving Deontay a big bag, knocking him out. He good money, bro. Word him up.
But the problem with Deontay is Deontay got to get more busy. He got to fight. He got to fight.
Yeah, he's supposed to. I just saw the poster. If it's true or not, him and Andy Ruiz got a fight coming up.
Man, if Andy beat him, then it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Right there. But step on it.
That's a very dangerous fight for Deontay. Extremely dangerous fight for Deontay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Deontay's exposed. Deontay's in a very tough spot right now. He's in a very, very, very tough spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Like where he's at right now, you kind of did this to yourself, brother.
Yeah, he in no man's land, and he know it.
Yeah. So with him, and guess what it says on the poster? The poster, the fight is being titled Last Chance.
Huh?
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's over.
I mean, listen, Andy Ruiz has a good chin. He has a good chin, and he has blinding hand speed for that division. If he gets himself in good shape, oh man, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, like I could honestly see Andy beating a lot of the young guys because Andy's resume, I mean, who hasn't he fought, with the exception of a Deontay Wilder? You feel what I'm saying? And Usyk.
He just can't stay busy.
Yeah. Yeah. So for Andy, he fucked up his bag when he decided not to come in shape in a rematch for AJ. That's where he completely fucked his brand up. You feel what I'm saying? So
McDonald.
Yo, the Mexican James Buster Douglas.
yeah. So basically, if he comes in and he's back where he was in that first AJ fight and puts down an impressive ass whooping on Wilder, I can see AJ's name being in the mix for Entama. I could see his name being in the mix possibly for Wardley. You know what I'm saying? He may get an FA a Jogba out of there, something like that. You feel what I'm saying? But I can see some of those type of names in his path to like uh, being able to get a belt. You feel what I'm saying? But the fight I think people would love to see is Andy Ruiz versus Intama or Andy Ruiz versus Wardley.
What about Andy Ruiz? And it could happen because at light heavyweight it's happened before. Andy Ruiz versus the Monster.
Oh, versus oh,
I
at
got
light heavyweight.
No,
a heavyweight.
don't.
At heavyweight. Oh,
Michael Spinks did it. Michael Spinks did it.
yeah. Michael Spinks was definitely
Roy
a
Jones.
cruiserweight fighting up at heavyweight. So
Roy
he never
Jones did
had-
it.
Yeah, Michael Spinks never fought at a actual heavyweight weight. He always got on the scale at a cruiserweight. So
Right.
yeah, so yeah, I could see that.
That would be crazy. That would be if the Monster could beat Zurdo. Oh man,
But how about this? How about this? How about this? Andy Ruiz versus Obataya.
What do you think is going to make more money? Andy Ruiz versus Obataya or Andy Ruiz versus the Monster?
If it's here in America, it'll be versus the Monster. If they do it in Australia, it'll definitely be Obataya.
So you think Andy Ruiz will make more money fighting Obataya in Australia than fighting the Monster here?
Yeah,
So you got to go where the money is.
yeah. I just think so because Andy Ruiz, he did fight in New Zealand, and that was the robbery against Joseph Parker.
All right, I got another one for you. What makes more money? Obataya versus the Monster in Australia or Obataya versus Andy Ruiz in Australia?
Obataya versus the Monster in Australia.
At cruiserweight.
At cruiserweight.
Oof, that'd be huge.
At cruiserweight all day. That's the fight. That's a fight that it's like that's instant pancake mix. Just add
Yeah.
water.
And it'll make money here too, because the
Yeah,
pay-per-view
yeah.
numbers will be crazy.
Either way, it'll make money here. Once you put like if you put David Benavidez and Obataya name in the same sentence, I don't give a fuck globally where that fight is. It's gonna sell.
So you know what? If the Monster had any money, any brains, that's who he'd forget about Canelo and be like, that's who I want. That's what I'm setting my goals on.
That's supposed to be his game plan. That's why he wants Zerto, so he can have leverage against Obataya in the negotiations. He wants that A side. He wants that A side negotiation. So if he goes up there and he beats Zerto, he's got 2 belts. The other guys up there won't fight Obataya, but he's going to fight Obataya. So Obataya is going to have to bend to the will of saying, okay, I know you're a stand-up dude. I know you're not going to play the A-side games and shit like that, but I'll give you all the status and everything like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll give you the A-side status and shit like that. We could do this shit, we could do this shit in Australia, or we can do this shit in America.
I got a question for you.
Nope,
I got a
that's
question.
Saudi Arabia fight. That's a Saudi Arabia fight.
Yeah.
From a diehard fan perspective, right? Out of the 3 fights, which one do you choose? Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, or Boots versus Virgil, right? Or the Monster versus Obataya. Out of those 3, which one
Monster
do you pick?
versus Obataya, hands down.
Pop?
Monster versus Obataya. Boots versus Virgil, I'm not You two guys are like Saturday morning cartoons. Devin versus Ryan to me is like, Saturday morning cartoons where I want to watch a late night anime and really, really get into it and be like, oh shit. Looking at it from all aspects, that the color saturation, the level of anime. It's Obatiah versus Benavidez. That's the smoke. That's like you fucking with two real killers right there.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one, man. Yeah, you open my. You know what was crazy? I just threw it out there. But I was like, damn, that fight would be huge. That would be like, yo, that was oof.
They want to
That would,
make the Ryan. They want to make the Ryan and Dev something bigger than what it really is because the history between these two guys. But just on paper, the rawness, the everything else, it's Benny versus Obatiah. That right there is like, oh my god,
yeah,
no, this is a that is like one of those, you know, once in a lifetime type fights you see between two really good dudes that both got thunder in their fists. One is just a slightly bit more polished than the other one. You feel what I'm saying? But David Benavidez right now is looking like he's unbeatable.
I mean, it could go down as the biggest fight in the history of the cruiserweight division.
Yeah, all day, all day.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, now you're gonna try to come at me and say I'm not a Benavidez fan. See this dude right here, man.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Nothing. Mm-mm.
See, I heard him murmuring back there, so I automatically knew.
Listen, I need all three of those fights on the same card.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oof, wow. In Australia.
I need all three. Like you depend on who's headlining the card. Because I mean, we will have to do it somewhere overseas because Ja's not big over here. So, where all our fighters, everybody you name, can do like they know them guys because they either don't like them or you know what I'm saying they do over there because they want him to fight their favorite fighter. So Boots versus Virgil, that's definitely the undercard fight. That's that's it's not a co-main. It's right before the co-main. Um, take your pick between Dev and Ryan with the history, or Benavidez and Ja because you know it's gonna be fireworks. Take your pick.
Well, the way they gonna talk about the fight, here's the honest to God truth. David Benavidez versus Obatiah should be the main, but because the way they're gonna talk about the fight, just like they did with Brian Norman versus Devin Haney,
Mm-hmm.
Devin Haney will probably, and I don't think I'll have too much of an issue with it, but Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia rematch will probably be the main.
Especially if they both got belts.
Exactly. If they both got belts, it's a wrap. It's going to be Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, the main. And Benavidez wouldn't, I don't think David Benavidez would have a problem being a co-main on a card like that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think he'll have a problem being a co-main. Him moving up to fight Obatiah and stuff like that. And Obatiah wouldn't have a problem because he's not a household name like Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or Jerron Boots Ennis or Virgil Ortiz.
You know what? I got something to sprinkle it in. If the boxing gods could work their magic, right? You throw in Amanda Serrano on the card, right? Just to throw Jake Paul a bone so he could help with the promotion. And he could be one of the ring commentators. That would definitely blow it out of the water also because the social media power that Jake Paul has. So you throw him a bone, throw Serrano on the card. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
On this monster card that we're talking about, and Jake Paul could just help work his magic.
So what about Amanda? I
Yo,
mean,
you could throw.
I mean, not Amanda. I meant to say Alicia. Either one of them.
You
Me, Alicia Baumgartner or Amanda Serrano.
okay? But who's bigger right now? Who's bigger right now?
Serrano.
Or
Serrano.
you know what? You know what?
But Alicia, I don't. I'm 50-50. I'm gonna take my back. I'm 50-50 on that because Serrano uh was just on a losing streak, and Baumgartner's just coming back.
So what? You know what though? You leave it open to Jake Paul. Yo, Jake. You know what, man? Yo, you want to be a part of this card? You know what I'm saying? Pick whoever you want. As a matter of fact, you know what? We'll even give you 2 slots for Amanda and Alicia, and that card would be insane, insane. Can you imagine
A
Bill
co-promotion,
Senior, Bill
co-promotion with
Senior,
MVP.
yeah, Bill Senior and Jake Paul on the same microphone?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What they gonna put it on? Because if you put Jake Paul in there, that's Netflix.
Hmm.
Unless you got him on the you're gonna use it for one of the zone deal that if he was fighting, because he sell, he fight on the zone and Netflix. He put fights on the zone and Netflix. So YouTube as well. So like it'd be different because like it's just a whole lot of factors when it comes to that. That's why I'm like, you can only hope for so much.
True. That's why I did say the boxing gods. You know what? You could do it. You know what? You could give us Alicia and Amanda Serrano for free on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, because it's going to be pay-per-view, after that, you would have to either purchase it on the Zone pay-per-view or Netflix pay-per-view, and they could divvy it up, being that there's going to be so much money to be made. We're talking about Opayev and the and the Monster and Ryan and Dev, bro. There's money for everybody.
Here's the thing too, though. This is why I say that when it comes to the money shit, right, breaking it down, Dev has a guaranteed contract for his next fight. So no matter how big the fight, he got a guarantee, he got a cap. Why not fight somebody that's worth that and then go after one of them big fights? Don't worry about what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got another. What it's like. Don't get me wrong. It's 8 digits, but why not take care of that inside the rankings, like fighting somebody or somebody dangerous, and then when it come back to it, because it's Ryan or Barrios or Crocker or Ban or Rowley or whoever. Or if you could be truthfully honest with you, getting what he gonna get for his next check to fight Rowley wouldn't be that bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Rowley has to win. Because let's say that Rowley doesn't beat Gearsaw. If he fights Gearsaw, that's gonna be bad. Nobody know who the fuck you is. You know what I'm saying? And then you like ain't nobody gonna be trying to see you fight him. Be truthfully honest with you. They're gonna be trying to get him knocked off first. Then the fuck it is. So like if I'm him, I'm trying to do that. So it's a lot of things that Devin could do. Like, do I want to fight Ryan for this? And then Ryan end up he end up getting this crazy number, win or lose. When I could have just fought somebody else and then done it.
That would be the best thing to do, just like what you just said right there. Get that next fight out of the way, and then renegotiate after that.
Because he did a 3-fight deal for like, I think it's like 36 something niggas was talking about. So if that's true, why the fuck would I goddamn fight somebody that I can make 25 mil off of and goddamn give you a 12, $13 million discount? What the hell we talking about here, man? You know what I'm saying? Hell no, like I fuck with you. I don't fuck with you like that now. Come on.
Yeah. But now, what are you guys thinking about how everybody's saying right now? The New York Times had an article that that this guy's days are numbered. The turkey's days are numbered.
I mean, it could be blowing smoke, man, but I mean, if you worried about if you banking on Turk to just be able to do it, that's why I don't think Jake Paul gonna do anything with him because he got his own entity that he building over there. Cause like, I mean, let me be real with y'all. If this shit ain't fake at all, do you really think that Jake Paul want to goddamn like Anthony Joshua, man? You
No,
know what I'm saying? But you took such of a big damn check. You took such of a big check that your ass got to goddamn do something.
I'm probably in the camp of feeling like this. This is Jake Paul's last fight. I'm pretty much gonna feel like this is his last fight in boxing. Then he's probably gonna take the promoter role. You feel what I'm saying? Because for me, my conspiracy theory was with him fighting Tank. I didn't feel the fight was gonna go all the way through.
No food.
I didn't think the fight was gonna go all the way through, and then the drama between Shakur, bringing in Shakur and Keyshawn. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, okay, so you're already introducing the plot. We saw the plot twist, but we got the plot. If we're gonna look at Tank and Shakur getting the money they really, 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 really want, if the Turk is not involved, the only other person that's going to pay you that type of money you really, really want is Jake Paul. So that's what I was originally thinking. But now that whole situation is so weird and goofy, I don't know what to make heads or tails of it at all. You know what I'm saying? So even looking at Jake Paul versus AJ, if the fight actually goes through and it's made and I mean Eddie Hearn talking like he ain't got no real issue with it, and they like shit. I talked to AJ and we both like, look, it's the easiest payday you can get. If they're gonna pay you millions and millions of dollars to go and beat him up, I'm not gonna tell you not to do it. So Eddie Hearn is like, look, AJ, if this is what you want to do, I'm backing you 100%. Let's go get that easy bag, and then we get back to the business of boxing.
If
So,
he can do that,
huh?
if like man, listen, Jake Paul, he's gonna be Jake Paul's last fight for a year, definitely. Because if AJ hit that motherfucker with a right hand, anything other than a jab that he hit this motherfucker with, bro, I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you. I don't know, man. Brain damage.
Yeah.
Yo, I mean, we say shit about AJ, but like Jake,
And
AJ
then
hitting Jake Paul with one of them combinations that he hits niggas with, bro. Like
and
that.
AJ is a hothead, bro. You are not gonna get out there tell a nigga like AJ, I'm your daddy because I'm paying you right now.
Yo.
AJ be like, don't fucking disrespect me. Don't fucking disrespect me. You feel what I'm saying? Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your fucking mouth, mate.
Oh my god.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Oh my god.
AJ will spaz on that nigga.
I like you know what I'm saying? Like when we say like, yeah, AJ's punch drunk. Yeah, he punch drunk to professional fighters that's been doing this for years. That's not you, bro.
Yeah.
That's not you at all. Like that shit right there. That's why I say that shit is funny as hell. Like I feel kind of bad for Jake Paul. Like this nigga gonna be fucked up. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. This nigga gonna be fucked up, bro, for real.
And that's where I had to break out the Jake Paul video where he was telling everybody all of this shit is fixed. And I'm like, bro, you really think AJ is gonna sign a no knock Jake Paul clause out? Like you would have to pay AJ an additional 30-40 million dollars for him to even get on board with some shit like that.
Like I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I don't know how Jake. I don't know how Anthony Joshua like allows him to make it through without faking it all the way through, unless he's already experienced it. Like he just too much of a bigger man is gonna be hitting you like and be like, yo, you knocked him out. Like, I didn't mean to.
Like it was a mistake, exactly. Because did you see the face off between them two dudes?
Bro, man, I laugh, bro. That shit is like that's just no different than a great comedy clip. That like when Jake looking at him, he side eye, that motherfucker look back straight real fast as hell. Like nigga, like don't play with me. Don't play
Yeah.
with me. Don't play with me.
Like that shit
I'll fuck
just
you up right now. We won't even make it to it. Like, don't play with me, bro. Like I'm doing, like, don't play with me. Or like I'm a real fighter, bro. Like, just cause you seen me face down, ass up, cause Daniel Dubois, you are not Daniel Dubois, motherfucker.
you don't carry that kind of power. And then you look at it and say, all right, let me put something in perspective for you. The last non-boxer that tried to get in the ring with me, go look at the highlights.
Like, come on,
And
man.
you do not have his punching power.
Word. Or it's the size, or the fucking the fighting background, anything. Like AJ took care of Ngannou, like, yo, that shit was so funny when he punched Ngannou with that right. Because Ngannou was like, no, 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 wait.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's like, no, 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 wait. And then he hit him up with his right hand, it was over. He
Yep.
almost popped his down. The shit that Brian Norman was talking, that's what Anthony Joshua did. You ever had your meniscus fucked up, boy?
Yeah. I'm like, bro, that shit wasn't even like. And you haven't seen Francis Ngannou since.
Hey, recovery is a motherfucker. And he got that big check for it. So all I'm saying is Jake, make sure that you know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna be needing nurses and other things like that. But, bro, he hit you with a body shot too hard, bro. You gonna hack the shit, but it's gonna be hard for you to shit. It's gonna hurt the shit.
Bro, listen.
Oh
I'm just like,
my God. Man. Anthony Joshua is not gonna have real gloves, man. That's just sad. Word. He's not gonna have real gloves. I'm just saying.
Anthony Joshua gonna be walking around with 2-pound gloves on. Them shits gonna be big as hell, like big pillows, like the blow up shits that you got for Christmas when we was little kids. But it's gonna be like that, so you'll never ever feel a knuckle. You won't feel nothing, and them gloves is gonna be 2 pounds on that man. So for me, I'm like, I don't know. After looking at the face off, it's just like, bro, you know you're about to get you know you're about to die in the ring because right now y'all look like Rocky and Drago, where Drago was like, if he does, he does.
Bro, like
You know this is an exhibition, right? If he does, he does.
I don't even know it, and this ain't even an exhibition. This is what he wanted. Like, I'll be real with you, like, because Jake Paul is like ranked at cruiserweight too. That shit is fucking ridiculous.
You rank that cruiserweight and you want to go. I mean, Jake Paul, I would have probably offered that same type of money to Badu Jack or somebody. Like, you know, Badu Jack is. I don't remember the last time I seen him fight or heard of him fighting. Yeah, he's still a champion and shit like that, but you know, he's on. To me, he's on the second half of his career. You feel what I'm saying? And he's not making he's not making any noise to try to fight a Zerto or a Obatayan.
Man, he just sitting there.
He's sitting there quiet, like, listen, I got on my glasses, I got my little cup of tea and my little finger sandwiches. Please don't nobody mention my name because I ain't even looking up at you.
He may get that belt up, but he may sell it. But other than that, man, nah. You going up there and fighting. I mean, listen, man, just know your place because after this fight, like, just him, like, he unless he ain't gonna have like his gloves gonna be so padded that it don't hurt. You still got bruised up and battered, bro. This is a former 3-belt champion at motherfucking heavyweight. Fought for it. Undisputed. Like he's knocked out a lot. Like he's got walk-off knockouts, walk-off stoppages. Like you like the shit that you want to do, he done did. And just because you think he punch drunk and you niggas done gas your head up like, nah, you get hit like heavyweight a little bit. Okay, yeah, nigga, yeah, they wanted that extra 20, 50, damn thousand and they damn check. But listen, you about to get, bro. When I saw the niggas you were standing with and that you were training with, AJ have knocked all them out.
Exactly.
AJ have knocked all them out. So, like, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, man. Nah, man. Anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here, AC?
I was just gonna say I did not know Deontay Wilder is now ranked again.
Yeah, after the fight in Kansas, I don't even.
Yeah, he's ranked number 13 with the WBC. Jared is now ranked again. He's number 15 with the WBC
What year is it IBF?
and he's number 6 in the IBF.
How the fuck you get there?
And he's number 5 with the WBO.
So, like, just that, you know what? Like, it is what it is when we got these heavyweights, man.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, Pop, great show, man. Great chopping it up with y'all, man. Salute to everybody, man. On to the next one, my guy.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Door crack, incense burn, cop strong, my turn, play slow, her turn, rain drip, or blur, ashtray full, still feel empty, pull heavy, lungs turn limpy, phone on mute, room friendly, whole crew float, move gently. Welcome to the smoke session, no stressing, keep smoking in and